So to fix zipper like an invincible zipping or invisible zipping, anyway, this is the zip, this is the front part, and this is the back. So to do this zipping, this is the back of your outfit, the left side and the right side. So you're going to take the zip, yes, it's facing you initially, so you're going to turn it backwards because this front is supposed to face this front. So front facing front, just the way you would do when you're joining your outfit. So front facing front and not back facing front or front facing back. No, it's front facing front. And you're going to begin by your left hand side. So you take the right hand side of the zip backing you, not facing you. The right hand side of the zip backing you, you place it on the left hand side of the blouse backing you as well. So you zip it open, because if you leave it closed you won't be able to stitch past it. So you zip it open. At some point you zip it closed while sewing, but first you zip it open. Then you see these two iron, that shows where the zipping ends. So this part is just an additional, this part is just extra. This is where the zip stops. So you're going to place this on the beginning of your zipper point or on the dress. So this is it. Right side of the zip backing you on the left side of your dress or outfit backing you. So this is it. You place it like this. Do you see? And this iron has to start it. Meanwhile, before you do that, ensure you already have your zipper line on the outfit. If you don't, you use your tape to measure it depending on how many inches you initially left. Most times you'd have the line showing because you had zipped it closed before you joined it, but if your zipper was open it wouldn't really show. That joining line that you open is what really usually guides, but if you don't have that, then you'd have to measure and mark before you start doing it. So let me measure mine. So I initially had 2 inches zipper allowance, but because I had joined the lining with the front to give it a neat finishing, I have it's minusing 2.5 inches. So instead of having 2 inches, I now have 1.75 to measure all through from here to the end of the zip. This is what the end of the line looks like when I get down there. So let me measure mine and then we'll get back to the video. So now I have my line, you can see all the way down here. We'll do the same thing on this side when we flip. So I'm starting. So ensure that you're following exactly what I had explained. You place this is where you're sewing on. You're going to sew on this space. You're going to sew on this space. Don't make it too close to the zipper teeth, and it shouldn't exceed this point, because that way to be giving it extra allowance. So it should be in between here so that you can zip up the zipper. If it's too tight, your If it's too close to the teeth, you won't be able to zip the outfit when you're done fixing. So you top stitch the beginning. Yep. Ensure that the front or any other part of the outfit is not going to get in your way. Or it's not getting in your way so that you won't have to loosen it and start all over. So top stitch the beginning. Ensure that the teeth is directly on the line you marked. So top stitch, very important. And when we say top stitch, you still backward and forward and backward and forward. Ensure that your fabric is straight, don't keep it folded. And while you sew, you're going to hold this point and drag it so that the zip will be straight. If not, you'll be going woggly. You don't need to rush it, just take your time. The important thing is getting a good result. Ensure again that nothing is getting in your way. Or nothing is in your way rather. In the process of fixing it, you realize that you have to fix it inside here. So you turn the outfit inside out and bring it out to the wrong side so that way your zipper allowance will be freed and it will be easy for you to fix it. I don't think you can even fix it the other way. So just keep at what you are doing. Follow the line. And see, following the line has brought us to the point where we joined, or we are going to end the zip. Okay. just gradually. If you are an expert, you can do this very fast, but for a beginner or for a learner, you need to take it gradually, else you'd have to keep going back and forth because your zip will not align, or it will keep going down. So now that you have gotten to this point, you need to move this up, so you ensure that your needle, your machine needle, is not inside the teeth, that it's high up. And you take it up, then you take up this place and zip it up. So now that part is out of the way, it's no longer in the way. So you come back and drop this. You can adjust your thread and put the teeth back. Ensure that nothing is obstructing. If there's anything obstructing, you move it back, because any of these things can happen and will just frustrate you or make you start all over. So here goes. So you top stitch at this point, and then you cut the thread out, because we're going to turn over to the other side. So you can see it's here like this, so you turn it this way so that the lower part of the outfit will now be facing this side, and then the upper part will be facing this side. So when you want to start this one, ensure that this point doesn't go down this way. When you want to start, you can place it high up, because most often I've come to realize that this side ends up being longer than this side, not because of anything, but because the teeth in the machine usually pushes what is on top down, so you need to keep dragging it, pulling it from this side when you're sewing. That's why pulling is important. If not, you end up with this point being longer than the other point, and if it happens that way, you'd have to loosen it and then do it all over again, because you can't have the two not aligning. If they don't align, your dress will look awkward, and it's really not a good thing. You don't want to do that. So you top stitch, okay. Okay, we'll still top stitch again. You can pull this side so that we drag this, we drag the zipper. Ensure that you check here. So top stitch again. Remember, I'm still sewing on this line, not on the zipper teeth, and not after that. So ensure that you're dragging. If it doesn't align, you just raise it up, place it, and then continue. So at this point, you'll be closing the zipper instead of opening it like we did when we started. So here you can see that we don't have the line we drew here, which was our guide. If you can do it before you start, that will be best. So let me do it and then we'll continue. And best of all, you can even do it before you sit. You can do it on the table before you sit, or you do it before you start the zipper, before you start fixing your zipper. So let me do that and we'll continue. Okay, so I have my lines now. Mind you, while drawing this chalk, ensure that it's not too deep, because when you're sewing on top of it, especially directly, the machine teeth always get stiff when it's there, or the needle rather. Both of them can get stiff when it's there unless you pull it. But since I'm sewing on something else, that may not happen. But just in case you experience such, know that that's what's causing it. So when you draw the line with your chalk, you can, dust it off before you start or before you continue. So remember to always drag the zipper tail, or the end of the zipper rather, while you're sewing, so that one side will not be longer than the other. You have to keep checking to see that it's aligning, and keep dragging the zipper. So while you're at it, you check before you get to the end. You check to see if it's shorter or longer. If it's shorter, then you reduce the dragging, and if it's longer, then you'd have to increase the dragging or probably loosen a bit and go back so that it won't bulge at any point. If you feel it's shorter, rather than dragging just the zip, you can take the zipper along. You can hold the zipper along with the dress and the zipper allowance part so that it will align. And always check your line. Don't just go straight without checking. Okay, I had to stop pulling because I noticed mine was going to be shorter. I had pulled enough from the beginning, but now it has aligned, so I don't really need to pull, or I'll just basically hold it without pulling. So at this point, you do the same thing you did at the end. Or the same thing. Okay, leave that part. You just raise this up, zip down, so that you'll be able to sew the end, because you cannot sew it. So that you can finish it up well. So just find the spot where the thread is coming from, and then simply finish up. You can see that I don't have it longer. top stitch at this point and take it out. Then the next is to work on this part, these two parts. So whilst still having it open, you cut out all the thread that you don't need. Then you do this, pick any of the sides first. You bend this in. If it's protruding too much, you can use your teeth to bite it down, or you use a plier. I wouldn't advise your teeth, but you can use a plier. Okay, so this is how it's going to look at the back. Ensure that you drag it down and then it's closed. So you turn, hold it in place, put it here and stitch on it to hold it down. If you don't want to stitch on this place, you can just flip open and then stitch on the inside. So you're not just stitching, you're more like top stitching, so that it won't come, it won't loosen at any point in time. This is forever. Okay, so you come to this one and you do the same thing. Okay, so I bent it. Ensure that it's at the back, like this, and fold it and adjust this part. So top stitch. So there you go. So you turn it right side out, and then there you have your zip properly fixed. So here, it's very, see the end? The end is very neat. Up. Here, everything is neat. This is how to fix your invisible zipper. This was gotten from the fixing of invisible zip, I'm sure. I'm not too sure about that though, but this is how to fix an invisible zip, and you can use this method for this zip as well. Let me show you an invisible zipper that I fixed so you see what it looks like and why invisible zippers look like they're not there after you fix it this way. So this is an actual invisible zip. This is what it looks like. Yeah. The same thing, same method that was used.